Before I start the video, if you're looking for an actual review by a much better YouTuber than myself, maybe you should check out Epikrika's video about Jailbreak. It's literally the first link in the description below. I think that you should watch it. Welcome to a show I like to call Roblox Reviewed, a show where I go through Roblox and review. I'm a longtime player of the game, and recently I came back after a 2-year-long hiatus, and now I'm going through all the games and playing them, and while doing so I found that I have a lot to say. So I figured what platform is better than YouTube to voice my thoughts. Speaking of which, I finally played Jailbreak, and I was not impressed. Listen, I went in blind. I had no idea what this game was about aside from jailbreaking, of course. I had seen no gameplay, no other reviews, nothing about this game. And let me tell you, I was greeted by a game so mediocre and so average that I can't help but wonder why it's the most popular game to have ever existed on Roblox. Like, there are much better and less greedy games out there, but I promise you, we'll be talking about the greedy part later. Hey Cusmanek, can you for the love of God hurry up with Apocalypse Rising 2 and save us all? Now, for a game so popular, I feel like not a lot of effort went into the building aspect of the game. I mean, this game is ugly. Terrain and bricks do not mix well here, and in fact, if I'm being honest, if we can all collectively stop using terrain when building content, I think Roblox would be a better place. No, I think Earth would be a better place. Alright, some games do terrain okay, I don't really care about it in Survivor because it kind of makes sense, but in this game, I mean, the terrain and bricks just, it looks so freaking ugly, man. Alright, terrain aside, just look at the design of the cities and houses. Even in areas where terrain isn't really present, it still looks terrible. It's all very fabricated, by which I mean, you can't enter many of the buildings as they're just made to look real. The towns and cities you come across are all void of any NPCs or little bits of world-building content that might help create a more realistic and immersive zone, and overall, the place just feels empty and fake. I mean, it's like the developers wanted to make a Roblox version of GTA, but forgot that it needs NPCs and other things to interact with and discover. Unless you count all the microtransactions, but like I said, we will get to that later. It's just so freaking, it's everywhere. I expected more out of an esteemed developer such as Asimo. The guy has made some really detailed and amazing places, and while I understand that you can't put the same level of detail that you would find in a small build into a bigger build, I mean, it's just, I don't want to say it's almost like he didn't even try, because I understand there are some limitations when building games, but is this really the best work we've ever seen him do before? I look around and all I see are flat, boring decals pasted on the bricks, and it's like he's just trying to give off the illusion of a city, and that is so disappointing because the guy can build. And it's not even like the cities are giant. I mean, I feel like you could have added an actual detailed city into this game without introducing a lot of lag. So I'm not a fan of the building. What can I say about the gameplay? Mediocre. Oh, sorry, I have a cold. What I meant to say was, it's mediocre. Alright, seriously though, you can choose to be a police officer or a prisoner, and you can start off in the world's easiest to escape prison. No, I'm serious. Just go up to any of the 10 ways to escape and press E. My favorite 2 examples of this include walking up to a wall and making it explode without first gathering any explosives whatsoever. I guess we're all psychics now or something. I don't know, maybe this is a jail for superheroes. Is this canon with Captain America Civil War? You tell me. The other example being lifting up the entrance to the sewer, which is inexplicably located in the middle of the jail, where literally anyone can access it without any keys or tools to assist. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and know what it's like to be a game developer because I'm not one, and I have no idea what goes into the scripting aspect of making a game. But I am a game player, And to me, I feel like the game would be more fun if it offered a bit of a challenge and utilized the jail a bit more through zone exploration. Make me break into an area inside the prison to find explosives to bring the wall down. Make me work to escape. There's hardly any jail in Jailbreak. And if you want to say, well, the game's kinda made for kids, what do you expect? Listen, as a kid, I would love that kind of stuff. I love that little bit of world-building content. It makes the game feel more realistic. It makes it feel more fun. And not only would adding this include more gameplay, but it would also make it feel more rewarding upon escaping the prison. In the game's current state, I can escape, go to a city, get arrested, and escape again, all within 5 minutes. Not very compelling. Which, by the way, the outside world is not much better. You could do a few things, such as rent apartments for $5,000 a day, which is actually pretty cheap for being based in America. Oh, let's see, what else is there to do? You can spend $100,000 on a random car left on the side of the road. Who are you buying it from? Who knows? Just hand over the money you grinded weeks for. I kinda thought I was a criminal and I could just steal the cars, but nope, you gotta pay, you gotta be a respectful, law-abiding criminal. This game makes no sense! Something else you can do is buy clothes in-game, which help you out. Oh, is that not cool enough for you? Are you seriously suggesting that that isn't compelling or fun gameplay? Well, that's okay, guys, because guess what? Guess what? There's a UFO that you can fly if you pay $500,000 for it. Something ironic that you can do is rob banks, which is cool. Except you're technically the one being robbed, because if you want to steal more money, you have to pay for a bigger money sack. Seriously, you couldn't have placed bigger bags hidden throughout the world so that this game didn't seem so freaking pay to win? This game has so many microtransactions in it that you would think it's been developed in association with EA. When I found out that there was a UFO that you could find and fly, I was like, oh wow, this game does offer a bit of reward for exploring. But then I saw you had to pay to fly it, and it was just like a punch to my stomach. And the same thing happens a lot in this game. One thing I can say is fun and free about the game is trolling all of the kids who have no idea you're only acting dumb. But that wasn't intentional design. That's just Roblox. In conclusion, on a scale of do I think that you should play this or not, I give Jailbreak a 3 out of 10. The game feels unfinished, it lacks many aesthetic details, and overall the gameplay feels very boring. Definitely not a game that deserves to be on the front page. Anyway, that's my review, peace out.
Hey, I'm here now, apparently.
Oh my god, it's Epikrika. Did my ritual work?
Fire, I think you're being a little too harsh here. Let's go through your previous points, beginning with how bland the environments look. I really can't argue with this one too much. I don't exactly go into Jailbreak expecting gorgeous building, so it doesn't bother me much, but I understand why it would be disappointing. You do have to cut them a little bit of slack though, since I would imagine part of it comes from limitations with Roblox itself. The game is massive as it is, and I guess they figured it wouldn't hurt to cut some corners on the building for the sake of optimization.
Alright, yeah, I guess I can understand that. It just, it does seem like this game tries to be as lag-free as possible, and if it were a little more detailed, we might run into the same issue Apocalypse Rising does, where you can't load it on mobile or on slow internet connections at all, and I can see how that might be an issue.
As for the other major point, the microtransactions, I can't argue with that either. I'm not going to cut them some slack on that one at all, because you're right, it's quite obnoxious. This has definitely gotten a lot worse ever since I published my review back in February, with the introduction of a new unnecessary game pass, a whole bunch of overpriced vehicles, and probably some other things. I don't really keep keep up with it these days. Then again, I'm part of the problem myself since I have willingly dropped a hefty amount of Robux onto this game, but we'll just ignore that, I guess. I don't think either of these things really ruin the game though. My main issue currently is repetition. I see no reason to continue replaying this game after I've already gotten the best vehicle, robbed everything there is to rob countless times, and essentially seen absolutely everything the game has to offer.
Actually, that's where you and I might differ. Now that I'm looking back at my experience playing the game, I do admit it's fun arresting criminals. It's fun dodging the police. I'm a fan of role-playing elements in games, and while you do have to use your imagination here, it does offer a fun experience to behold, and if role-playing in a cops and robbers scenario is your idea of fun, then I guess it's pretty endless. I guess I forgot to talk about that.
Maybe so, but still, you're going to get bored of it eventually, and while you could say the same problem applies to any game, the issue is that Jailbreak is trying to be this huge open-world experience with infinite possibilities. Repetition kinda hurts what they're going for, don't you think? As of now, I would probably give Jailbreak 6.5 out of 10, something like that. I don't really enjoy it as much as I used to, but in the same breath, it also isn't a bad game, and it isn't a terrible choice for most popular game on Roblox either. I respect what they're accomplishing with it.
Alright, you got some valid points, and I suppose I may have been a little too critical on the game. Because after all, after I did get the hang of it, I did have some fun. While I don't think I would play it religiously, or at all to be honest, because I haven't played the game at all after finishing this review, I can admit it's an okay to play game. So if I had to change how I rated the game initially, I'll bump it up to a 5.5 out of 10, why not? Which is still a little above passing in my opinion. I can let slide the building designs, but what I can't ignore are the greedy microtransactions, which I feel are becoming a bigger and bigger problem every day, just in general, in the gaming industry in general. I mean, I understand Roblox is a free-to-play game and this is how they make their income, but if you're gonna do that, do it right and make the game a finished product. Make the game have so much content in it and so many gameplay possibilities that I don't feel like I'm being begged and harassed for money. I should not have to pay for that damn UFO. That should be a reward for zone exploration. I'm still hung up on that. I am still hung up on that damn UFO. Anyway, so Rika, you care if I continue to make Roblox reviews?
Tread carefully.
Ugh, fine. What's with that guy? Anyway, you guys, my name is FirefoxRBLX. I'm trying to do this full time now. If you want to go on my Patreon page, go ahead and check out the comments down below or in the link in my description. You'll find links there. And yeah, have a lovely day.